Okay, what's up, you guys? Common Man Review here. Really quick tonight. So the Panthers made a few free agent moves today and signed some. They made one move that could affect the starting lineup, but the rest of the moves, well, two players actually I expect to start next year. But the rest, the other guy, he's a depth guy. So for those of you who don't know, the Panthers today signed. From the New York Giants, cornerback Ross Cockrell. He is a 26-year-old free agent. He's on his third team in as many years. His third team in 4 years. He was with the Steelers previously after being drafted by the Bills. He got cut after a year of not so stellar production. He found a home in Pittsburgh where he carved out a role for himself and, just found his way, sort of found his footing in the league. He then went on to sign a deal with the New York Giants last year, and he was a depth guy before everything that happened in New York happened with Eli Apple, and he found his way into the starting lineup and recorded a career-high 3 interceptions while batting away 11 passes and earning an 81.6 grade from Pro Football Focus, good enough for the number 39 rank in all cornerbacks. Now, 32 corners is one for every team, but most teams employ 3 corners in their starting lineup, counting the nickelback, which leaves 96 spots. He ranked number 39 out of the top 96. That's a pretty good signing. He's 26. We got him on a 2-year, very, very incentive-laden deal, so if he doesn't work out, great. We move on. We suffer because he's in our starting lineup, but other than that, we don't take a very big financial hit. A lot of risk, or a lot of reward with little risk here, potentially. Sort of in that same vein, with a lot less potential reward, with still very minimal risk, is Denoris Searcy. We signed him from the Tennessee Titans. He wasn't happy with the role he played up there. He was a backup where he felt like he should have been a starter. And he's going to get that opportunity in Carolina because I feel certain we're going to draft a minimum 2 safeties in the draft. Same goes for corner. I feel like we're going to draft a minimum of 2. We have 8 draft picks. That's 4 in our defensive backfield. It's the kind of overhaul we need. Denoris Searcy didn't do a whole lot last year. He still did enough to earn a 72.2 grade from Pro Football Focus, which is an average grade. It earned him the number 61 spot in safeties, which is right about where you should be in a backup role if you're a good backup. He, in 8 years in the league, going on now, he has lodged 330 career tackles and 8 interceptions, including a touchdown, I think I see. And he's just been an overall solid player, especially tackling, which is something we need in our defensive backfield. He doesn't quite bring the speed aspect. Cockrell does. He's very, very fast. But I think we're still going to need to draft a very fast safety. The last guy is over on the offensive side. It's offensive lineman Jeremiah Searles. I say he's an offensive lineman because he doesn't really have a true position. He can play both guard and tackle, which in our lineup is something we're going to need because we're going to be experimenting with Taylor Moton at left tackle, and I don't know how he's going to work out. The right tackle spot is pretty much shored up, I apologize, by Darrell Williams, who was actually rated the number 3 offensive tackle in football last year. Or right tackle, I apologize. But I digress. Searles is a 26-year-old natural guard, but can play tackle. He earned a 45.2 grade from Pro Football Focus, number 48 guard in football. He was a spot starter for them last year. They had some injuries, Minnesota did, and he filled in. Didn't do the best job in the world, but he did face some nasty fronts down the stretch, so he probably did the best he could, for a depth player. But yeah, the Carolina Panthers. This is it's been a solid week of moves. I've already touched on Jarius Wright in a previous video. They did complete the trade for Torrey Smith. He is a Panther now, and this does open up a lot of possibilities with the 24th overall pick. We now could go receiver. We could potentially go safety, corner. We did meet with Deron Payne. He won't be there at 24. It's going to take something ridiculous to happen for him to be there at 24. But we went ahead and did our due diligence, because if we don't have any position of needs available, I don't see a safety really worth taking in the first round at 24. Because frankly, after Minkah Fitzpatrick, Derwin James is the only safety I feel like has a first round grade on him. And he won't be there at 24. It's not going to happen. Dallas is probably going to snatch him up at 19 if he's sitting there. That's a move, personally, I'd like to see. I'd like to see Dallas do something in their secondary like that. Maybe that would help, Byron Jones make the transition down to corner to have another freakish athlete up there behind him. Let's see. Yeah. Cockrell, I think it's a good sign. I think he's going to be an upgrade over Worley at that other cornerback spot. I think he has the potential to maybe even cover some number one receivers at points if we want to change some things up. We are in a position right now where our front seven is one of, if not the best in professional football. We have a future Hall of Famer who is still very productive at his age in Julius Peppers. We have Mario Addison, who is a very good pass rusher. He has become one of the NFL's top emerging pass rushers in previous years. He's right up there with DeMarcus Lawrence. And, I mean, obviously he's not been as productive as DeMarcus Lawrence or David Irving or any of those guys in Dallas, but he's been in the lineup with Starlo Tulele, Kuechly, Davis, Shaq Thompson. David Mayo's been stepping up into a quality replacement for Kuechly when he's injured. Kawan Short, Vernon Butler. Last year we had Charles Johnson. This year, who knows who we have filling in that spot. Now he's got Dontari Poe. And that's just 8 guys off the top of my head that we have in our front 7 that are going to be in the rotation. Kyle Williams is another. He's a good one. And, we still have potential to add people through the draft and free agency. If Johnson, he's available at a good price, we may even bring him back. Who knows? But anyway, this has been, I digress. We do need to overhaul our secondary was the point I was trying to get at. If we can get some quality defenders in there, we can get coached up and playing well right away, we have the potential to have an all-time great defense in Carolina right now. And, a lot of fuss is made out of defensive coordinators. Luke Kuechly is essentially our defensive coordinator. He's a coach on the field, and he does it well. Yeah. But this has been Common Review. I've been slipping on uploads a little bit. I do apologize for that, and I'm going to get better at that and make a better effort to get videos out on a more consistent basis. Go ahead and leave a like on the channel if you like this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think our needs are right now. And just go ahead and get a general discussion down there. Please, you guys, keep it... I'm not going to get any of that. Just keep it peaceful in the comment section if you guys do comment on this video. Go ahead and share the video. Get the word out. I will see you guys next time.